Scotty, about let's start with that score. I mean, we had 230 the first game was a tie. 240, is that going to be far from simple yet again for India?
Well, it's definitely, I think, an above par score. I think they've done exceptionally well, especially Velalage and Kamindu Mendes have batted so well. I think just the belief in which they've gone there and executed their skills have gotten them to where they have. They believe that they needed to get a partnership. The intent to score runs was there. The intent to score boundaries, rotate the strike, play as few dot balls as possible, and be clever about it. And that's exactly what they did. And when they went about it with that kind of conviction, this is the result they ended up with. You know, in a position where they shouldn't even have got to 220, they've gotten themselves to 240.
It's incredible the turnaround, isn't it? Because there would have been significant psychological scarring to that lower middle order, but now they're the part of the side that's holding them up.
Well, I think it's the inclusion of Velalage because he wasn't part of that collapse in the T20I series. He's such a fighter. That's the strength and skill that he has coming into this game on the back of the confidence of his performance in the first ODI. It gave the innings some impetus as well because they just sort of meandered their way through the innings at that point. Now, again, have to stress they were not easy batting conditions, but he just seemed to be playing on another pitch to everybody else. And the other thing too, Rohit Sharma spent a lot of money early with the spinners, and that he bowled them a lot early up front and left himself exposed a little at the back end. And that's the thing, he only had the 3 spinners plus 2 overs from himself, whereas Sri Lanka have 5.
Yeah. And for me, what stood out for Puneet Velalage is the fact that I felt like he was the only guy besides Pathum Nissanka who had a game plan he had a plan about how he wants to go about scoring his runs on this wicket, given the conditions, given the bowlers he's playing against, how he's going to pace his innings, and how he's going to go about his business scoring runs. And I don't think the other Sri Lankan batters had much of a plan as far as that is concerned.
Look at that, There's 13 dots in all, but he took his 1s and 2s, 1 4 and 2 6s. Certainly a player to keep an eye on, and he will have a big job with the ball as well. Speaking of jobs with the ball, Washington Sundar, the pick of the bowlers today. What did he do differently to game 1 when he was the most expensive of the spinners?
I don't think he did anything differently. Sure, you go for the odd run, and it might be your day, but I think just listening to him, he said it was a little bit slower. So you saw him, I think, perhaps bowl a little faster to try and get that turn to spin quickly, which didn't really happen. I think this is a slightly better batting pitch than what the last one was. The ball still spun, but not as consistently. So I think, we're going to need to see, from India's perspective, a lot of onus and responsibility from the players at the top, because Washington Sundar in particular showed us, if you hit the right lengths and let the pitch do the work for you, then you're going to be tough to score from.
So if the pitch is a little bit slower than in game 1, is there going to be a period possibly in the middle of the chase where things might get slightly easier when the ball's a bit softer for India?
Well, not necessarily. I think I can maintain that it's going to be a slow burn of a game. I think it's going to go to the 40th, past the 40th over, if not all the way. I think it'll be something where the batters will have to really work hard for their runs, and there'll be a lot of running between the wickets, maybe lesser boundaries, but outside the power play, outside of that first 10 overs, I think there'll be lesser boundaries. And again, depends on the guy with which the spinners bowl. They have 5 of them, so how they utilize and how well they bowl will dictate how the batters will also bat.
In for a slow burner on a turner. Stay tuned. Right, after the break, we are going to show you an iconic ODI knock from Colombo, a city that over the years has been very hospitable to the Indian cricket team.
Suicide attempt है कहीं और छलांग
Sir, I'm here for the 2:30 pitch.
You have beaten we reached 0
But that's just a few seconds.
clock's running out
तो सर बचपन से शुरू करें.
तू पोकर खेलता है क्या?
जो लाइफ में खेलता है वो पोकर भी खेल सकता है पोकर बाजी डाउनलोड नाउ
This game may be habit forming or financially risky. Play responsibly.
あいつらと戦おうなんて思うなよ
Golden Kamuy, best of Japanese anime on Animax. Now available on GOTV. Kuroko's Basketball third season. The best of Japanese anime on Animax. Now available on GOTV.
7th July to 31st August, live on Sony Live.
ये सुसाइड अटेम्प्ट है कहीं और छलांग लगाई और यहाँ निकला
Welcome back. You are watching Extra Innings. Having won the toss and decided to bat first, Sri Lanka were tottering slightly at 136 for 6, but their lower middle order, led once again by Welalage, and got them up to 240 for 9. Good partnership with Kamindu Mendes. Lots of contributions throughout the innings. In terms of the bowling, well, the seamers were expensive up top for India. It was all about the spinners as expected. Two names clearly standing out there, Kuldeep and Washington Sundar, both economical and picked up wickets fine between them. So this will be an interesting chase. 241 needed by India. If they get there, they will take a 1-0 lead in the series. Now, India against Sri Lanka is the most played ODI fixture in world cricket. Indian batsmen over the years have had plenty of success here at the Prima Nasa, including, of course, the Little Master.
We all know that. But do you know in which country away from home does he have the maximum number of centuries? It is here. He has 10 centuries in Sri Lanka. The God loves the Ivy League. So let's talk about one of his centuries, or probably the most important one. It was here at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium in 2009 in the finals of the Tri-Series between India and Sri Lanka that he scored his 86th international 100.
Talk about timing. Don't bother moving and he doesn't. Oh, great shot. Well, that's well played. It's into the gap and that'll be four. Down the track and here is the fireworks. Oh, yes, down the way he goes. That's a wonderful shot. Way over the top of extra cover. Oh, and it's gone backwards and it's gone over the top. And there he goes again. Tendulkar is having a wonderful time. And he gets a wide one. About Sachin Tendulkar to bring up century number 44 in one-day nationals from the Little Master.
Sachin's son buried the ghost of India's batting under lights at the R. Premadasa and secured the cup for the nation. How well do you remember these innings?
that was the final of a tri-series between India, Sri Lanka and New Zealand back in 2009. Unfortunately, Scotty, New Zealand did not make the final on that occasion. India winning it because of that brilliant Sachin Tendulkar century, 138 he made. And you saw there, all the shots came out, didn't they? The backward punch, reverse sweep, all around the park, Sri Lanka in reply. 273 all out, Harlem with a 5-wicket haul, winning comfortably by 46 runs. Now, the man on my left, not the man in front of me, but the man on my left is one of the lucky few to have played with the little master, Sachin Tendulkar. I mean, that must have been one of the thrills of your lifetime.
No, absolutely. It was one of my childhood dreams to be able to bat with him, and I was actually lucky enough to open the batting with him in a very important series that we Indians consider one of the most important, that kind of changed the trajectory of Indian cricket, the one we played in Australia in the 2008 CB series. We won it in Australia after 1985. So it was a huge shift of things for us, and then the IPL happened the subsequent year, and then kind of Indian cricket kind of took off in another trajectory altogether. So we opened it together in that series, in the finals of that series, and to be able to open the batting with him was one of my biggest dreams, and to have lived it is something I'm extremely grateful for.
Oh. What was it like playing against him? And I'm giving you an opportunity here to also mention something that I'm sure you're going to mention as well.
No, I'm not. Yes, he was my first ODI wicket.
Wow, amazing. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's more the fact whenever you come into the international arena, the biggest doubt you have is, am I good enough to be at this level? I'm on the field with Sachin, I'm on the field with Saurav Ganguly, Virender Sehwag, all of those players. And if you can have some success against them, then you start to feel like you belong and you can build on your career. So you're right, to get Sachin out in your first game is a big boost to your confidence, to think, you know what, I can actually play here, I'm good enough, and now I can try. But then I tell you what, to be fair, we saw Sachin at his best in the very next game. He got 180 odd, and I think Rahul Dravid got 150 as well. I mean, so I got to see the best of him, and he got to experience the worst by getting out to me.
Fortunately, getting him out first the game, there's only downhill from there. Look at this. In terms of most runs against a single opponent, Sachin has the most runs ever, and that is against Sri Lanka, 3,113 runs. He liked playing Australia as well. Look at that, almost as many. 3 Sri Lankans on their list too, against India, because as I mentioned, this is the most played ODI fixture. Virat is also on the list. Who knows, maybe he could get up towards that record of Sachin's as well. We have got a very interesting chase coming up, so make sure you do stay with us. 2-4-1 the target, but first of all, Arohi is your tour guide once again. It's the Peta Market.
Welcome to the Peta Market. My God, the noise, the crowds, the traffic. How I've missed all of this in the last few days. This reminds me of home. This market is a lifeline for the locals and also the perfect destination to immerse yourself in the hustle and bustle of the city. Also, while here, don't forget to shop. Let's go. Why not check it out? Malli, one coconut, please. Thank you.
ये सुसाइड अटेम्प्ट है, कहीं और छलांग लगाई और यहाँ निकला।
Suicide नहीं है।
Sir, I'm here for the 2:30 pitch.
You have beaten, we reached 0.
But that's just a few seconds.
Clock's running out.
तो सर, बचपन से शुरू करें।
तू पोकर खेलता है क्या?
जो लाइफ में खेलता है, वो पोकर भी खेल सकता है। पोकर पास, download now.
This game may be habit forming or financially risky. Play responsibly.
परफ्यूम तो नहीं लगाया था उसने, पर एक हल्की हल्की सी खुशबू 3 दिनों से पूरे शहर में आ रही थी हमें। डोपामीन और ऑक्सीटोसिन बन रहे थे हमारे अंदर, प्यार के हार्मोन्स। दुनिया में सिर्फ 1% का पहला प्यार सक्सेसफुल होता है, बाकी दिल टूटते हैं 99% के।
पहला प्यार लेस देन 1% चांस। 5 अगस्त से सोनी लिव पर।
सीरिया से एक लड़का है, फरीद मीर। मीर ऐशे के साथ मिलकर कुछ बड़ा बना।
अंकल आपका बैग।
किसका?
उनका।
ओए!
Hey babu sun, don't touch my hand. Hey babu sun, don't touch my hand.
प्यार में तेरे हार जाए, छोड़ा पढ़ाई लिखाई, मामा के घर का बहाना तो करके
जब हो कुआरे के हाय, उड़न बाजे के तोहरा बोलूंगा दूध के धोवन गाय के।
The big boys are back. To take the ODI challenge, Srilankans, रोक सको तो रोक लो. Watch Wonder Cement Cup Sri Lanka versus India, 3rd ODI, 7th August live on Sony Live. The big boys are back. To take the ODI challenge, Srilankans, रोक सको तो रोक लो. Watch Wonder Cement Cup Sri Lanka versus India ODI series 2nd to 7th August live on Sony Live.
And of course, with that, in the middle overs, that's a very impressive.
Shreyas is exceptionally good against spin, and so is KL Rahul. So, you know, obviously this wicket, like I said, is a little bit of a slow burner. It's going to be slow, and it's also going to take slow turns. So you know that they're going to have to work hard for their runs. It's not going to be easy to come by.
Yeah, it does not look like it is going to be easy to come by this chase. 2-4-1, remember, is the target. 230 ended in a tie. I wonder if we're going to get effectively 3 ties in a row. That really would be a world record. Don't go anywhere. The first ball coming right up.
Thumbs up to all of India. He is a superstar in the making, he really is.
ये सुसाइड अटेम्प्ट है, कहीं और छलांग लगाई और यहाँ निकला.
Can I take a leave tomorrow?
ओके राहुल तेरा अप्रेजल कल सुबह 10 बजे.
तू पोकर खेलता है क्या?
जो लाइफ में खेलता है वो पोकर भी खेल सकता है. पोकरबाज डाउनलोड नाउ.
This game may be habit forming or financially risky. Play responsibly.
僕たちセリーはもう絶対に負けません。
Kuroko's Basketball 3rd season. The best of Japanese anime on Animax. Now available on GOTV.
あいつらと戦おうなんて思うなよ。
Golden Kamui, the best of Japanese anime on Animax. Now available on GOTV. And of course, what, that? Naruto, the best of Japanese anime on Animax.
ভাটাটা আমাদের এখান থেকেই এটা পাকিস্তান নন যা वहां के बीच दिखे আর ফাটা বলতে শুধু এই ঢাকনাটা ফাটা ছিল না তাই বিচে না পরে দিতে যাবে এটা হালকা কাজ আছে আমি এটা মুড়ে কিছু লাগবে না কোন থাকলো
Massive experience, Kent as well, getting ready. Sri Lanka have done well, very assiduously. They went about getting their runs. They got to the score of 240. They surpassed the last encounters game by about 10 runs. Rohit Sharma at the top, in superb form, capable of demolishing any attack on any surface. And he would like to get some quick runs against the new ball on a surface like this, which is bound to offer turn to the Sri Lankan spinners. Interesting to see, as you rightly mentioned, Scotty, who will be at the other end in terms of bowling. Shubman Gill